Hello, just an update on some rod holders that I installed on a 15-foot Mako Pro skiff. I put these back here because there's really nothing back here to hold the fishing pole. They are very nice, installed, bolted through, no screws on top to see. The only issue with these was that they're straight, so your poles go in, they would pretty much stick straight up, so you can't put a pole in to hang off the side of the boat or towards the back of the boat. So what I did was I ordered these off of Amazon. They're pretty decent. Had to clean up the ends here a little bit. They were a little pokey with the file. And these are the ones with a little knob. A lot of them have a screw that goes in that clamps them together. I wanted one with a knob so I could make adjustments on it without having to use a tool, and it works out pretty good. These also have a little bit bigger teeth on them compared to the ones with the screw. So the adjustment's not as fine, but I find it's good for what it needs to be. The only problem with these was when you put them into the rod holders, they were fairly loose. They jiggled around a lot, so I would assume out there in the water getting beat around that you would have a lot of noise back there. Or if you're fishing with your pole in there, and they would be jiggling around a lot. So I wanted to tighten them up a little bit. So back to Amazon, and I bought some heat shrink. It is 2-inch heat shrink, marine grade, with the sealant in it, so it sticks onto there. So I cut a piece about 6 inches, slipped it over so it wouldn't be above the rod holder there, so you wouldn't see it, and applied it with the heat gun. Best way to do it is to start in the middle and start heating your way out. Start in the middle and go around, and then just start heating your way out. That way the glue doesn't clump up in the middle, because you're only going to need one piece of the heat shrink to tighten it up in there. This comes in a 4-foot piece, and it is 2-inch heat shrink. It was about $10 on Amazon. There's only about one company that sells it, so it's not hard to find. Once you have that on there, these are now pretty, get it going in there, sorry. They go right down in and locks in place. And now you have just a little bit of movement, but not much. And it's also a lot quieter because it's rubber on the plastic instead of metal on the plastic. That's about it. And it also helps, I assume, since they lock down in pretty good, that if you did get a bite and you were to go grab your rod, that you're not going to pull it out with the rod by accident, which I've heard some people had an issue with these. A friend of mine actually had it happen to him. Got a fish on, pulled the rod out, and this came out with it, and then it fell off the rod and into the water, and it was gone forever. So with that on, it does hold it in there pretty good. You're actually, when you go to pull it up, you'll see the piece start to come up out of the rod holder, which is not a big deal because it just pushes back down in place. But that was the fix for that. And even if you didn't use it on these or any other ones, it would probably be nice to have it done to any of your Outrigger pole holders, so they would be nice and tight. That's about it. Any questions, please feel free to comment. Thank you.